I'm a thug. I just threw 10,000.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Houston Rockets. At power forward, Jabari Smith. At point guard, Fred VanVleet. At center, Alperen Sengun. At the other guard position, Amen Thompson. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the visiting team is Ime Udoka. It's time to introduce the starting five for your Philadelphia 76ers. At the power forward position, 6'9", number 45, Dean Wade. At guard, 6'3", number 0, Kyrie Irving. At center, 7 foot, number 21, Joel Embiid. At the shooting guard position, at 6'7", number 7, Jaylen Brown. Guarding at the other forward position, 6'9", number 23, LeBron James.
Thanks everyone for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. Brian Anderson here alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Here's a look at the schedule for Philadelphia. On Friday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Jazz matchup, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be their 6th contest of the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Smith and Sengun play together in the front court. Thompson out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Durant in at the 3. And for the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's James in at the 3, the small forward. And the NBA season just getting started here. Still some jitters for the rookies on these teams, RJ.
It takes time for rookies to really feel at home in an NBA game. The first few, though, they move like a blur.
Now here's VanVleet. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Wade. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. VanVleet finds Sengun. And Sengun throw it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Sengun.
Here's Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. Back to James. Now Brown. Knocked loose. Thompson with a steal. He's all alone. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Outside Maxey. James, a screen on Van Vliet. Pass to Brown. Sends it home from three-point land.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Thompson outside. On the wing, Durant. From downtown. A rebound by Maxey. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. But Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now.
76
I wish more teams did that.
Well, Richard, you attempted to guard Kevin Durant in your playing days. How hard was that?
It was not easy. He's an elite scorer, ball handler. Oh, yeah, he's also 7 feet tall. KD is one of the toughest assignments that you will ever face.
The first free throw is good. And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces them up.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
And there's James from the arc. Connects from downtown.
James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse, and KD's name came up pretty quickly. I asked coach about strategy for Durant, and he said, I want to get physical with him, make sure he's not getting easy looks at the hoop, and ruffle his feathers. So the orders for the defense are to stay tough with Durant. Back to you.
Allie, thank you.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
The Rockets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Van Vliet against Maxey. And that one's good. Van Vliet for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Brown. Pass to James. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Again, the Sixers score.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
Şengün, a screen on Maxey. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Philadelphia's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Back to Maxey. Pass to Wade. To the paint. From 7 feet. Out to James. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. James has got 5 now.
I like this wrinkle. Put LeBron off the ball and then make a play for him.
Here's Thompson. Outside Durant. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Smith with it. On the wing, Durant. Fires from deep. Joel Embiid with the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Thompson's shot is off. The Sixers leading. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. And it's Şengün with the ball for Houston. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
As a player, these ones are fun. You get to match up with guys you rarely see.
Shepard, he's checked in for the Rockets. Marcus Smart comes in for Van Vliet. Here's Brown. Last game, 26 points for him. Second chance effort, and it's good on the lay-in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
A nice shot by Smith.
Just such a smooth stroke there for Smith. Look, 10 years ago, maybe it was KD and Dirk, but we never saw a guy that height with a stroke like that.
For Philadelphia, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Outside, Brown. Off target from outside.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Tipped. Here's Maxey. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
The line for Philadelphia.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this rule.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Simons checked in. Simons against Smart. Pass to Shepard. Let's go with a three. Fires in the triple. And this game is tied up now.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
So it's Philadelphia now. Here's Terry. Here's Watford. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's his first trip to the line.
Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia.
And the first one at the line is good. Barlow's checked in for Philadelphia. And so he hits both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Smart passes to Eason. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Pass to Barlow. Takes a three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's Shepard for three. And that's not going to go. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Trendon Watford is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Terry in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now here's Simons. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Offline with a three. The Rockets shooting just 38% for this game so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, BA? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. Van Vliet's checked in for the Rockets. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 7. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Pass to Eason. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Thompson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his second personal
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
Houston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw is good from Thompson.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game. Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Now here's Simons, coming off a terrific game against New York. Embiid, high post. Capella with a rebound. Rockets trail by 5. Eason, pass to Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella!
And inside, Capella knows how to throw his weight around, getting physical to get past the contact.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Simons. Still no points, and he gets it to go.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. It's Thompson, high post. Eason, pass to Thompson. The kick out to Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Terry. Pass to Simons. On target from range. Simons got 5 points.
And over the course of a season, this is one of Simons' strengths, his efficiency from range.
And it's Thompson penetrating. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Some changes for Philadelphia. Wade comes in for Watford. And it's Brown in for Tarrant. And a change for the Rockets. Sengun checked in for Capella. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. Philadelphia, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
Van Vliet against Simons. Embiid, a screen on Van Vliet. Simons outside. Yeah, that one's good. Simons has got 7 points here in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Rockets trail by 9. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
This goes to
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Philadelphia's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And here's Simons outside. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And stolen by Brown. Defended by Thompson. Outside, Brown. Here's Wade. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 13 feet out. It's hauled in by the Sixers. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. James is checked in for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Simons. And a change for the Rockets. Durant's checked in. Wade, the pass to Maxey. James, outside. Pass to Embiid. From behind the arc. And there's James on the assist from Embiid. James has got 8.
LeBron really added this into his game later in his career, becoming a threat from deep.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for Houston. It's a 13-point game. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
A minute 39 left in the half. Pass to Şengün. Back to Eason. Kicks it out to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Durant. Durant earning those 2 points.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play some physical D? But that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to review the game plan. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Eason. And it's Thompson in for Smart. 1:21 left in the first half of this one. For 3, James. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 11. Pass to Van Vliet. Smith outside. On the wing, Durant. From the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. He's got 7.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
Maxey attacking. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Durant with it. Picked up by James. Reverses. Smith. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Smith's got 5.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
The Sixers lead by 6. Maxey surveys. Deflected.
Using that wide wingspan, Smith manages to get a hand on the shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Philadelphia foul. LeBron James. That's his first personal foul. 15 foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
Free throw is good from Durant.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
And both free throws good for Durant. And the 76ers shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Kevin Durant. Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Both good from the line that time. Rockets trail by 6. And here is Thompson. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And defensively, he's been all over the place, wreaking havoc and pouncing on a number of steals.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game.
He really hasn't shown us much from the free throw line so far.
That free throw, no good. second free throw is good. 12 seconds left to play in the half. Now Maxey lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 9 points.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jalen, a strong defensive effort thus far. What do you guys need to improve on in the second half?
To be honest, it could be a little better. We could all be a little better, especially me. Made a little bit of mistakes in the first half, so second half we got to clean it up.
You set the bar high, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Bench Bob. They've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries.
Well, obviously the absence of Jimmy Butler is a challenge. This guy rallies the squad. Leadership isn't something you can just replace with different lineups.
Not at all, Shaq. Big loss. His toughness sets the tone for this team.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shot within the flow of the offense.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Fred VanVleet out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a 3-point basket.
The kick out to VanVleet. Out left to the wing. Şengün passes to Smith. Şengün, he's open. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. He has 6.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Outside Maxey. To the inside. Oh, Embiid packs it down.
It's near impossible trying to guard Embiid in the pick and roll. He's just so clever.
Rockets trail by 10. VanVleet outside. Pass to Thompson. Now Durant lets the 3 fly. James with the rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
First team foul.
Outside Maxey. From deep. James can't get it to go. Houston shooting the rock well at 46%. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
James against Durant. Pass to Embiid. Şengün with a steal. Smith inside. He's got 5. And the shot goes.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Here's Brown. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets. Trailing by 8. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drains the triple. Van Vliet's got 6.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Pass to Wade. Inside. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Durant against James. Durant, so effective inside.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here come your Philadelphia 76ers ENT, everybody.
Teams changing it up here. Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. 5th is Kevin Durant.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Pass to Brown. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Rockets trail by 3. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Smart with the ball. On the wing, Durant. Soft touch off the glass. Durant's got 15 points.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Maxey. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Maxey saying, sure, I'll take that.
Smart against Maxey. Embiid with a steal. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Back to Maxey. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. All right, Richard, when you think about where Joel Embiid stacks up with the great centers, he's put up some historic numbers.
Just last season, that 70-point, 15-rebound, 5-assist game.
Whoa! Brown with a huge slam!
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Smith with a screen on Maxey. Smart passes to Smith. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Wade.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Defensive foul.
So both teams making some changes here. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
At the line.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, another thing to look at is their impressive block numbers. They have not been giving shooters an easy time tonight, knocking away lots of shots.
Maxey against Smart. They need this. Houston with another miss. The Sixers lead by 9. Pass to Bona. Right side Maxey.
Houston Maxey keeps defenders guessing, which is why they sometimes overcommit like this.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
At the line for Philadelphia.
That free throw no good. Barlow's checked in for the Sixers. Terry comes in for Wade. Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Van Vliet comes in for Smart. Good on the second one.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
Van Vliet misses.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Maxey, that's good.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Smith with it. Watford covering. Van Vliet outside. Houston with another miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Sixers, Edgecombe. 2 shots.
Then he drops it first. And that's good as he hits both shots. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Van Vliet scanning the floor. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Philadelphia up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
That's right, fans.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Joel Embiid is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Terry, and it's small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Watford left side. Pass to Embiid. Over Adams. Embiid can't hit.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Smart with the ball. Smith with a screen on Simons. Outside Eason. Smith left side. Shot clock at 5. And Watford pulls it down. Watford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Terry. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Back to Smith. He gets it in there.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Pass to Simons. Here's the pick. Terry. Philadelphia with another miss.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Smith against Embiid. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Trendon Watford.
Look, that's going to happen when Smart gets in there with those trees. If you're a little too aggressive, things can happen.
And he makes a first. Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Brown, no good. Rockets trail by 10. Thompson outside. The 3, Durant. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 9 points now in the second half. Simons against Smart. Embiid, high post. No good. Unable to win this run.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Pass to Brown. And here's Simons. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
You can't give Simons any room from that corner spot.
Philadelphia foul. Barlow. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Marcus Smart. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
This is surely a spot that Marcus Smart has shown signs of being really good. He has definitely improved from the moment that he came into the league until now.
Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the basket by Brown.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Durant with it. Guarded now by Maxey.
The defense has been more careful with him this half in terms of putting him on the line.
Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
Pass to Wade. The 3 is up. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 10. Outside Durant. Now here's Thompson. Smart for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's the 3. Houston with another miss.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Here's Maxey. The shot off that time. Smart with the defensive effort. Outside Durant. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And sometimes you are just at Kevin Durant's mercy. No matter what you do, he's still going to score.
At the line for the Rockets, Kevin Durant. 1 shot.
Free throw is good from Durant. The Sixers lead by 7.
2 minutes remaining.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Hey fans, bring your attention to center court for your Sixers ENT. Make some noise, everybody. Now the court is your high squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
Wade. The pass to Maxey. Here's Wade, defended by Smart. Pass to Embiid. Oh, a vicious move by Embiid.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
Durant against James. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's on Joel Embiid.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Team foul. Shooting for Houston, Kevin Durant.
He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8. And Houston making a change here. Adams is checked in, and so he makes both from the line. A minute 37 left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Maxey. Pass to Wade. Driving to the basket, and it's flushed down. Oh, a nice jam.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
1:24 left in the fourth. Here's Adams. Thompson outside. Durant with it. The three ball. KD splashes the triple.
He is one of the most elite scorers we have seen. You want KD with the ball.
Down low. Adams against Embiid. That's tipped. Thompson with a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Here's Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Brown. Look at Brown. Getting it done inside.
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Seconds left in the game. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
It's an on-the-money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we could close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Durant surveying the D. Durant with a steal. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, guys. LeBron, a superstar matchup tonight. What goes through your mind when you're facing that kind of a challenge?
You know, for me, it's never about an individual challenge or an individual game. It's about the team. Now, you do take the challenge anytime you're going against anybody, but you also got to have your mind in the game, too, and not make it personal. So, taking the challenge, making sure your mind is in the right frame, and just trying to make plays for your teammates and be successful.
Thanks, LeBron. Back to you.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And we present the player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.